About 15 years ago, Hans knew the king because he'd been with the king. So he said, I can organize an interview easy. And we were still in baggies and like sand and everything. Hans had a Mercedes, old Mercedes. And we just drove straight to the king's place. No call or anything. He said, yeah, come here, Hans, you know. And we had baggies and slops. And the king interviewed us. It was brilliant.
Oh, good.
And then Stephen Taylor asked him to look up the coloured population. Where could those white women that were abducted and taken, where is their ancestors? That was his aspect of the whole story. Not the whole agony of the walk. I think only 7 people actually got to Grahamstown at the end of the day. And I think one was what they call the Indian navies or whatever. They had a few of those. So 7 people out of like about 200 made it to Grahamstown. And the rest died. There's also diamonds and treasure involved and all types of stuff. They said they took I can't remember if it was the king or queen's throne, reputed to be on that ship, which was studded with all rich emeralds and everything. It was reputed to be on that ship. So there's been a lot of attempts to recovery attempts.
And they haven't recovered it.
There was, I think it was a Scandinavian team. It was, I can't remember, Denmark or whatever, but they came, diving team, and they recovered the artifacts down in East London in the museum down there now. Some little bit of gold, but not the reputed gold, but there was some diamonds. One nobleman took all his diamonds back from the east, and he died, but he buried his diamonds on the beach, and some Pondoland he found them. And there's a whole story behind that as well, you know. He got all these stones, took them home. Suddenly, somebody's going to get rich, you know. Yeah. So it's the whole story, the Grosvenor. It's one of the most famous shipwrecks in the world, you know. Yeah.
And there was a queen on the ship.
No, there was no queen. It was the it was the East India run, the Eastern run, because the English took over from the Portuguese, the spice route.
So was the queen over to India for a visit, and the throne was going ahead of her.
No, it was the Indian throne.
The Indian throne.
Yeah, it was an Indian throne, and there was supposed to be other treasures on board as well. Well, obviously one guy had diamonds, you know, so there was something. The guys have dived now, and they've taken what they can. They've got some coins. I haven't visited that museum. I'd like to go and see.
Sounds cool.
There was also a big controversy because Port St. John's wanted to keep those artifacts, which I think was right, you know. But they've done museums on that side. A very interesting story. And Stephen Taylor, he wrote the book, and he wrote a little bit about our hike, and he mentioned me in the acknowledgements, that's all. It's called the Caliban Shore. Why the hell he called it that, I don't know.
Caliban Shore.
Yeah, it's Caliban. I've looked it up. It's not nothing Muslim.
Yeah.
No, wait. I think it's the Caliban Shore. So, jeez, when I have a few drinks at my mood. Caliban Shore. Caliban Shore. It's something from Greek mythology which relates like to the ocean or something. Okay. I didn't like his title. The book, I read it. I didn't think he wrote a previous book called Livingston's Tribe, which I found much better. It's about a route. He followed Livingston's route through Africa.
Okay, must be the route.
And he wrote of his travels, and throws his story. That was great. That was more my cup of tea. But what he wrote about here, great. Maybe I should read it again, because there's another guy who was like the supposed fundi on this. He wrote a book also about the Grosvenor shipwreck, all aspects of it. But was it not definitive? It was.
Has there been a movie?
Some professors done. Hey, I've got to put my cigarette out here. Let me.